Hi everyone, I'm Vijay Durga. The topic of today's video is sets. A set is a well-defined collection of objects. These objects are called as elements. A set is written by enclosing all its elements in a bracket. For example, let us consider a set of first 5 prime numbers. Set of first 5 prime numbers. First 5 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. These are the set of first 5 prime numbers. How to write it as a set? All these elements are enclosed in brackets. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Now, this is called as a set of first 5 prime numbers. Now, let us look at some other examples of sets. For example, let us take example of set of first 5 even numbers. To write a set, we need to take brackets and first 5 even numbers would be 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Similarly, let's write the set of first 5 odd numbers, that is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Now, how can we represent these two? Sets are denoted by capital letters of English alphabets. For example, this is a set of even numbers, first 5 even numbers. So, this can be written as capital E. And this is a set of first 5 odd numbers. So, this can be written as capital O. And also, natural numbers is denoted by N. That is a set of 1, 2, 3 and so on up to infinity. Now let's take a look at some examples and how to represent them. Let's take an example of the first 5 multiples of 3. The first 5 multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. I can represent this with A. Similarly, let's take the 5 vowels, that is A, E, I, O, U. I can represent this with vowels as V. Similarly, I can represent natural numbers with N, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. A set can be expressed in two forms, that is a rooster form and a set builder form. Now let's get to know by using an example. Let's take an example of first 5 multiples of 7, that is 7, 14, 21, 28 and 35. Rooster form. Rooster form is when we list out all the elements of the set. It is called as rooster form. The set of first 7 elements can be written as S. Set of 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Rooster form is nothing but a general form of a set. When we write a set by defining its elements with a common property, it is called as a set builder form of set. For this example, 7, 14, 21, 28 and 35 are the first 5 multiples of 7. So, in set builder form, we can write X such that X is a multiple of 7. X is less than 40. In this condition, all these numbers are satisfying this condition. That is, X is a multiple of 7 and X is less than 40. 7, 14, 21, 28 and 35 all are multiples of 7 and also less than 40. Let's take another example also. Let's take the example as 5, 7, 9, 11 and 13. As you can see, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, these all are odd numbers. So, the set builder form will be X such that X is an odd number and X is greater than 4 and less than 14. Now, the odd numbers between 4 and 14 will be 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So, all these will satisfy the condition. Let's see some examples of rooster form and convert them into set builder form. I have took 4 examples of rooster form. Let's convert them into set builder forms. V. It is A, E, I, O, U. As you can see, A, E, I, O, U are vowels of English alphabets. So, the set builder form of this can be X such that X is a vowel in English alphabets. Similarly, this is 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and 1 by 5. As you can see, there is a pattern in the denominator, that is 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and 1 by 5. So, this is similar to 1 by n. So, the rooster form and set builder form of A will be X such that X equals to 1 by n and n is less than or equal to 5. All these numbers satisfies this condition. Similarly, the third example we have -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. These are integers from 2 to positive 2, from negative 2 to positive 2. So, the set builder form of B will be X such that X is an integer and X is greater than -2 and less than 2. All these numbers satisfies this condition. And the last example, C, is 1, 4, 9 and 16. We can see a common pattern here. 1 is 1 square and 4 is 2 square. 9 is 3 square and 16 is 4 square. So, this pattern is an n square pattern. So, the set builder form of C will be X such that X equals to n square and n is 1 to 4, that is less than 5. Empty set. As the name suggests, a set which does not contain any type of elements is called as empty set. This is also called as void set or a null set. And an empty set is denoted as 5 or a set which is empty. The space is empty. So, let's take some examples. Example is X such that X belongs to natural number and X is between 1 and 2. So, we don't have any natural numbers between 1 and 2. So, this example will be an empty set. A set can be divided into many sets. Such sets are called as subsets of the set. For example, let's see 1, 2, 3 is a given set. The subsets would be set of 1, set of 2, a set of 3. We need to see each possibilities. That is with 1, 2 and 1, 3 and then 2, 3 also. We get 1, 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3. So, these all are subsets of the given set. Subsets is denoted as this. This is the symbol by which subsets are denoted. Subset. This is subset or equals to. Subset or equals to. And this will be not a subset. Note: every set is a subset of itself and null set is subset for any sets. Let's say another example of subsets. Here I have taken an example of set A, that is set of A, B and C. Let's write the subsets of set A. First of all, every set is a subset of itself. So the first subset would be A, B and C. The next one will be individual, that is A, B and C. Now as a pair from AB, AC and BC, that will be A, B, A and C, and at last B and C. And also an empty set is a subset of any set. So we got the number of sets as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for A, B, C, for the A set we have 8 subsets. Venn diagram is the diagrammatic way to represent any sets. First, let's take an example and represent it using Venn diagram. We have U, that is 1 to 10 natural numbers, and we also have A as 1, 3, 5 and 7. That is, we have the first 4 odd numbers from this. So we can say that A is the subset of U. For Venn diagram, all we have to do is, first we have to draw a outline rectangle, and this will be U, and take a circle for A. As A is subset of U, this border will be U and this is A. A comes under U. Now, as we have A as 1, 3, 5 and 7, 1, 3, 5 and 7 will be in the part of A. For the remaining numbers, we can write in the spaces. That is, we already have completed 1, then we left with 2, 3 is already there, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now, this will be a Venn diagram of U and A. Now, let's take a look at other example and try to draw a Venn diagram for it. We have given 2 sets, that is A, B, C, D. That is a set of A, and C, D, E, F is a set of C. As we can see, we find some common in the both set. That is C, D and C, D are repeating in both A and B. So C, D are common in both A and B. If we get anything common in these sets, we can draw the Venn diagram to be 2 circles which are intersecting, and the intersecting part will be the common words or elements, common elements. So here we write C and D. This set will be of A and this set will be C. Now C, D already comes under A, so the remaining will be A and B. A and B are the remaining. C, D also comes under this circle, that is C, so the remaining are E and F. So this is how we represent Venn diagram for anything common. Basic operations on sets, that are union of sets, difference of sets, intersection of sets, disjoint sets and equal set. Union of set. Union of set is nothing but to unite 2 given sets or to add 2 given sets. And difference of set. Difference is subtraction. To subtract one set from another given set. That is difference of set. Intersection of set. If any 2 given sets have something in common, then that will be intersection of set. Disjoint sets. The sets in which any elements are not common, it is called as disjoint sets. And equal sets. If all the elements of given set is equal to another set, then both sets are said to be equal sets. Let's take some examples and try to apply all these operations. Union of set is nothing but to unite two given sets. Let's take an example and see the union of two sets. I took an example of A and B. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, and B is a set of 3, 6, 4 and 9. And union is denoted by the symbol U. So we need to see A union B equals to A union B. To unite two sets is nothing but to write all these elements in a single set and should not repeat the numbers. For example, we have 3 and 3 in both of the A and B. In the resultant union, we should not write 3 twice. We should write 3 only once. Now, first write all the elements of A, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here we have already written 3 and 4. So we don't need to repeat those. The remaining will be 6 and 9. Let's see another example. So uniting this, let's take this as A and B. Uniting these two, that is A union B, we will get to write all these elements in a single set, that is A, B, C, A, B, C and P, Q, R, S in the same set. So this will be the resultant union of A and B. Nothing but the subtraction of two sets. If we are given A and B, we need to subtract A from B and B from A. Here A minus B is X such that X belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. So for two given sets A and B, if we subtract B from A, that is we are removing the elements of B from A and keeping the elements of X and A. And from B minus A, we know that X such that X belongs to B and X does not belongs to A. That is, we are removing the elements of A from B. So let's see this with a given example. Here we have A as 1 to 8 numbers and B as 1, 3, 5 and 7. So let's try and find out A minus B. That is, I am removing the elements of B from A. Let's write it side by side. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 minus 1, 3, 5 and 7. Now we are removing 1, 3, 5 and 7 from A. The resultant one will be, we are removing 1, 3, 5 and 7. Except 1, 3, 5 and 7, the remaining elements we need to write down as the resultant. That is 2, 4, 6 and 8 will be the result of A minus B. Similarly, let's see B minus A. That is, we get 1, 3, 5, 7 minus 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 8. Here 1, 3, 5, 7. We also have 1, 3, 5, 7 in this A. So we are removing all those elements from A. That is, we are left out with nothing. That is 5 or null set. Elements that are common in given two sets are called as intersection of sets. Intersection is denoted by this symbol, which is similar to N. Now here, let's see an example. A and B are given. Now we need to find out A intersection B. So first of all, we need to find out which elements are common in both A and B. Common elements are 5, 7, 8 and 9. So the common elements are 5, 7, 8 and 9. So A intersection B will be a set of 5, 7, 8 and 9. Let's see another example. Here we have E as X is an English alphabet. That is, we get E as set of A, B C and so on till Z. That is all English alphabets comes under E. And we have B set as A, E, I, O, U. Now let's find out E intersection V. That is the elements which are common in E and V also. It is obvious that A, E, I, O, U comes under A to Z. That is the intersection of E and V will be A, E, I, O, U. We can also write that E intersection V is equals to V. If the given two sets have nothing in common, then the two sets are said to be disjoint sets. So let's see an example of two disjoint sets. That is A. That is A, B, C, D and N. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no way that these two have anything in common. So A and N are disjoint sets. Here we have A as 4 sets. Here we have A as A, B, C, D, which is a set of alphabets, and N as 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a set of numbers. So there is nothing in common between A and N. Let's see another example also. Let's say O is a set of odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and E is a set of even numbers, that is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Is there anything common between O and E? O is a set of odd numbers, that is 1, 3, 5 and 7. And E is even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There is nothing, no elements that are common between E and O. So O and E are also disjoint. If all the elements of the given two sets are equal or same, then the both sets are said to be equal sets. Let's take an example. Here an example is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have a V that is also 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Here we can say that all the elements in both A and V are same. We have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. But they are misplaced. But all these elements are same and equal. So A and B are said to be equal sets. That is A is equals to V. Cardinal number or cardinality of a set. The number of elements in a given set is called as cardinal number or cardinality of set. Let's take an example and see. Let's take this A as A, B, C, D, E and F. Now, the cardinal number or cardinality of set is denoted by N of A. That is, the cardinality of A is N of A equals to the number of elements in A. That is A, B, C, D, E, F. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 elements in the set A. So, cardinality or cardinal number of A will be N of A. That is 6. Let's take another example also. We have A as 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 100. That is the first 100 natural numbers. Then cardinality of A will be 1 to 100. That is definitely we have 1 to 100. That is obviously. We have 100. Then cardinality of A will be 100. There are two types of sets based on cardinality of a number. Finite set and infinite set. Finite set is said to be if a given set has a finite number of elements. That is, cardinal number is finite, then that set is said to be finite set. Infinite set. If a cardinal number of a given element or set is infinite, that is, we have infinite number of elements in that set, then that set is said to be infinite set. These are the two different types of sets based on the cardinality of a set. Here, let's see the set A and B. A is set of first 15 numbers, that is set of first 15 natural numbers. This is obvious that n of A will be 15, that this is finite set. But in the second one, set of all natural numbers, we have infinite number of natural numbers. So the cardinality of B will be infinity. So this will be an infinite set. So A is an example of finite set and B is an example of infinite set. There is a theorem based on the cardinality of set, that is n of A union B equals to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. That is, the cardinal number of A union B equals to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. So let's take this example and try to prove it. Here we have A as A, B, C, D, E, F and B is D, C, E, M, O. First let's find out what is A intersection B. A intersection B will be the common, that is D is common, C is common and E is common, that is D, C and E will be A intersection B. Then what is A union B? A union B is nothing but to write all the elements without any repetition. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F and D, C, E are already written. So the remaining are M and O. So let's find out the cardinality or cardinal number, that is n of A union B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is number of sets in A union B, 8. And n of A will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6. And n of B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And n of A intersection B, that is 1, 2, 3. Number of sets in A intersection B. So 3. Now according to the formula, we have n of A union B as 8, n of A as 6, n of B as 5 and n of A intersection B as 3. Now let's substitute all these values in the given formula. That is n of A union B, that is 8 equals to n of A plus n of B, that is 6 plus 5 minus n of A intersection B, that is n of A intersection B is 3 minus 3. Now 8 will be 6 plus 5 is 11 minus 3. So 8 equals to 11 minus 3, that is 8. So the given theorem is proved. Let's see another example based on the formula. Here we have given A of n union B, that is cardinality of n union B. Let's see another example based on the formula. We have given n of A union B as 15, n of A as 6 and n of A intersection B as 3. Now we need to find out n of A, n of B. So let's apply the given values in the formula. Our given values are n of A union B is 15 equals to n of A is given 6 plus n of B we need to find out minus n of A intersection B will be 3. So by this we need to find out n of B. So let's do the problem. That is 15 equals to 6 minus 3, that will be 3 plus n of B. So n of B will be 15 minus 3, that is n of B equals to 15 minus 3. So n of B will be 12.